Alright, so we've got we got it. How's it evil second Flynn? We're seeing multiple timelines.
Anytime I tried to grab you, you just drifted further off, always with your back facing me. Eventually I couldn't see you anymore. It was too dark.
He rubs his hands over his biceps rapidly, trying to warm himself. He exhales, looking briefly at Carl, then back to me.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand what happened. There's not a lot going on right now I can really explain.
That makes 3 of us here.
So, where's here exactly? Where our friend died. Well, where he drowned and later died in the hospital.
Carl's bluntness takes even me off guard. There's no coldness in his tone, though, just the truth of it.
That's terrifying. I'm sorry I asked.
After a moment, he speaks again.
And sorry for your loss. I feel like this past week I've just been a dingleberry on you guys.
Ew.
Daxton, that's gross.
It's so gross.
Shh, Daxton, stop talking. It's okay.
You could be my dingleberry anytime.
No. Ew, I don't like it. It's cool you're here.
Everyone goes quiet.
Because they know it's a lie.
Daxton occasionally looks over his shoulder to see if there's any sign of the group sent someone back for us, but no such luck.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
I'm starting to realize how exhausted I am. Coasting on adrenaline for an hour straight will really take the wind out of you. I lower myself first to a squat, then sit cross-legged in the sand. Despite all the water and vegetation, the air still feels kind of dry and smoky. I wonder where that fire's coming from. No response. I look over, and Carl and Daxton are sitting together, watching the tide. They look as tired as I am.
What do you want to happen here?
Carl eventually speaks, his tone droll and somewhat monotone. I look toward the tree with all the bullet holes. I want to know what happened. What was that? Just a time skip?
I get.
They're gone? Oh.
Ooh, who's talking now? Oh.
I spy the ass prints of Carl and Dax in the sand next to me, but they're nowhere in sight. I quickly rise to my feet, hesitant to call out to them, noting what happened earlier. I move up to the top of the hill next to us, stepping through the dry grass. As I look around, I see no movement beyond the rolling tide of the waves, illuminated only by the slight moonlight. Fuck. My whole plan of waiting here for something to happen seemed a lot better when I had others around. Now I'm alone and unarmed. My gall is starting to fucking wane. They must have went to Leo's house. I mean, surely they'd fucking wake me first, right? Did I even pass out? It felt more like I just blinked and then bam, gone. For a moment it feels like something's tugging the back of my shirt. This background's so great, it's so hard to see anything.
I know, it's perfect, and it's
you can always see something in it. It's annoying. It's
you can see enough to where your eyes are straining, but you don't see enough to where you feel very uncomfortable. Because if it was completely dark, there'd be nothing to like be scared of. But the fact you can kind of see it is actually like it's very effective.
Hey assholes, where are you? I let out a harsh whisper directed at the desert scrub around me. Come at me, scrub lord, I'm ripped. Again, no response. I sigh, my palms over my face.
Rubbing my palms over my face.
There's no choice. Gotta get to Leo's. My gaze drifts back to the beach and the bullet-ridden pinyon tree. I'm struck by a strange sense of solace, as if the spot would be somehow tranquil to me if circumstances were different. For now, I take stock of what's still in my soggy pockets. Keys, phone, dead as hell, probably fried, and an old granola bar wrapper. Ugh. With a grunt, I make my way off the beach and toward the rail tracks. I follow the familiar route, passing the occasional abandoned freight car. It's been about 15 minutes so far. No sight or sound of the gang, or any other miscellaneous townsfolk. I inadvertently find myself walking on top of the rails, balancing like I'm a kid again. It kinda keeps the edge off and softens the noise of my footsteps, though it ain't very time efficient. It feels like by now I should be able to see Leo's house, but so far, nothing. This isn't where you should be. It isn't until the track's dead end, perpendicular to the highway, that I realize I'm being fucked with again.
Oh no.
Yeah, none of this makes sense. I stand at the edge of the pavement, where the old bike lane has been overtaken by weeds, pavement crumbling to gravel. I had hoped that the spatially fucky shenanigans would end once we exited the van, but goddamn, why would it? You're going the right way. The back of my skull tingles and I cup hands over the sides of my head. That wasn't my goddamn thought. To Leo's? I ask aloud, like the fucking loony I am. I wait. No response. I clench my fists to my sides. Fuck it. Fuck this. I take off on a run down the road, keeping the power lines on my right. I run mindlessly, knowing damn well the nature of the loop, but trying not to think about it. I'm not usually the sort to do my running in echo on account of the centuries worth of broken glass that lines the sides of roads. That, and the fact that the sight of a 6'7" Gila sprinting tends to naturally raise alarm, even with folk who already know who I am.
That would be pretty scary. Just a velociraptor running at you.
Somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour passes before I see something ahead. That's some good running.
Yeah, wow.
I stop somewhere along the center line of the winding old highway, the cracked asphalt feeling like it's chipping away at my already blistered heels. Okay, we're going back to the smoke room. I shouldn't be able to reach that. I stare at the faded red building. My truck is parked in the front for some reason. Why the fuck am I here? Right. Why do you come here? The voice in my head is clearer than before, like some harsh whisper coming from inside the back of my neck and slinking its way into my head. It almost feels like I thought the words myself. Is that a fucking clue? It's a mystery. My thought was rhetorical, and hearing it respond so aptly takes me off guard. I clutch my throbbing head in both hands. I've gone full fucking schizo. When the weird shit's on the outside, it's one thing, but on the inside... I grimace, bracing myself against the gate in front of me. Gate? Ah. There's no gate in front of this place in real life. I take a closer look and see the entire place is fenced off, like some kind of high-security complex. A tarnished rebar gate is the only entrance point. My truck just on the other side. It's only about up to my chest in terms of height, though it's got security spikes about every foot along the top. A single key lock is all that keeps each side of the gate together. It doesn't look too sturdy. I eye the truck through the bars, then check to make sure I still have my keys in my pocket. Sure enough, I feel the familiar leather cigarro chain, a keychain between my fingers. Try your keys on the gate lock?
If you have that option, why would you try to break the lock? I feel like you should try the keys first.
I mean, you might as well see if it does anything. Without even thinking, I take out my keys, flipping through the ones for City Hall. I grab the sides of the lock and push the key, twisting. To my surprise, I keep turning my wrist without resistance, and hear a soft click as the fastening point comes unlatched. I stare at the lock, feeling some fleeting sense of accomplishment. It soon falters as I note that the lock being there in the first place doesn't make a lick of sense. What in the fucking fuck? Also, the tips of my fingers that were grabbing the lock appear to have been stained black. Paint of some kind. Someone must have painted the lock recently, though the fence itself looks pretty faded. I wipe my hands on the back of my pants and push open the gate. It only opens about 6 feet wide, nowhere near enough to get my truck through. If I revved hard and gunned it, I could probably break through, though I've got a feeling that's not what I'm supposed to do. There's not really a fence in front of this place. This isn't fucking real, but I'm seeing it. So why am I seeing it? That's the fucking question, right? Duke's words from earlier come to mind. You wanna do it?
Oh yeah. Thing is, we all got something after us. Something bad. Won't let you leave when it starts. What's after you?
As if knowing would fucking help right now. If not just be even more confusing in the long run. I half expect the voice from earlier to speak again, but it's silent, like a dull throb in the back of my head. The smart thing to do, the logical thing, as Dax would put it, would be to sit down under a nice tree and just ride this out like a bad trip. Maybe get some sleep. That could fix it. Like turning a computer off and on again. I peer up at the sky. The red lights from the building make it seem as though the sky itself was blood red, expanding to various pinkish hues on the horizon. Like fucking hell I could get a wink in during this shit. The pounding in the back of my skull just keeps thudding away, a constant beat that reverberates through my head like a cavern. I step up onto the door with the engraved bit of signage next to it.
Here for the seed?
That of course ain't what it usually says.
I don't know, I think it should just say that.
The cheeky-ass winking smiley face is still there, though. I let out a short sigh. You fucking idiot. I turn the handle and pull, but it doesn't budge. I push next, and still nothing. The handle shouldn't turn if it's locked. I'd know. I've been here before when it was. I push once more and I'm surprised that it gives, the door opening. It's like a USB, so you have to try it 3 times to get it right. Sinus struggles, the voice is making it worse. I only leave it open a crack, still a bit wary about whatever weirdness lies within. The first thing I notice is the burning smell. It's stronger than it is outside. It's hot as hell, too. If this place had a kitchen, I'd swear something was being overcooked in it. At first, it's quiet. Nothing but the creaking wood beneath my feet. Then, music starts to play. I notice the boxy television set in the corner of the room is turned on. A grainy old cricket match on the screen.
See, that's how you know. That's how you know that the writer is not from here.
Hey, no, this is real.
Well, like, where here would you go to a bar and see a cricket match on a TV?
I can't imagine cricket. Like, dude, what it looks like.
My experience with understanding cricket is Monty Python sketches. Like, that's how, there's distinctly a couple that involve cricket, and I know what cricket looks like for that reason alone.
I can vaguely imagine a cricket bat, which I think is a weird flat paddle thingy.
See, I know that from Shaun of the Dead.
But I have no idea what cricket looks like or how you play it. I have no idea what's on these screens.
A cricket bat looks like a spanking bat.
That was actually that's actually how that sport got started. It was just someone spanking kink, and then someone came in and was like, what are you doing? Cricket?
Someone's mom found it in the closet, and they had to invent a whole sport on the fly. They had to make up an
entire sport in real time. And that's,
honey, what's this bat for?
Yeah. And they were really committed to the bit, and it just changed their life.
They're trying to think of what it's called, and they hear a chirping outside. They're like, cricket. It's called cricket.
It's a sport called desk lamp. Desk lamp. Just looking around your room. It's all very much the same from what I remember, except for a lone otter sitting at the bar counter.
Is it one that you know?
He's holding something to his head, an ice pack. He's nursing some shitty import pale ale in his free paw. How do you judge the quality of the beer at
dude,
distance?
That's fucking eagle-eyed over here.
Yeah.
Like analyzing, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop.
Everything's bad and stupid if that's not mine. I'm Flynn.
He could be holding the can, maybe he recognizes it.
He's holding it suspiciously in like a product placement sort of way.
Yeah. It's called shitty pale ale. It's what the label says.
There's no one else in here but him, at least in the front area. Hey, you. The otter's posture stiffens. Yeah, you. Are you real?
What?
He responds back, his tone exasperated and groggy. What? Confusion. That's a good sign, I guess. I step a little closer, the otter using the bar counter to rotate himself in his swivel bar stool. He's decked out in a skull t-shirt, cargo pants, and one of those lame scout caps that only jarheads, leather daddies, and theater kids wear. What a Venn diagram.
Well, is he dressed like Sydney?
He might be Sydney.
Well, I was gonna say the skull t-shirt and the camo pants is just making me think.
He seems dazed, squinting at me like I'm a bright light.
Someone tuning up an orchestra in here?
What? After a moment, something seems to click, and his eyes widen suddenly, a long smile crossing his snouty muzzle.
Motherfucker.
He pushes himself to his feet, making his way through the bar's haze.
Oh my gosh, he's kind of cute. I do like his leather daddy cap.
That fucking cap.
Oh man, I was voicing him like a dad. I thought because I was like leather daddy, dad who likes leather. What are you doing here, you big ass bitch?
He claps my shoulders roughly, then pulls me into a tight hug. For an otter, he's got a strong grip, and I actually irk aloud as he pats my back. The fuck? What the hell are you doing? After a moment, he pulls away, raising a shadowed brow beneath his cap. It's then that I notice his eyes. Baby blue, almost gray. Not a common color for his kind of otter. There's some bags under them, though, like he hasn't slept in some time.
I was fixing to ask you the same thing. It's been dead all night and I wasn't expecting company. It's kind of unreal seeing you here like this, though. It's been...
He huffs, astonished, and with a slight air of sheepishness.
Well, a while.
It's definitely Sydney then.
Yeah, the blue eyes.
And Flynn does not get it yet. He folds his arms over his chest, the otter looking up at me from beneath the brim of his hat with a sort of wry expression. He seems happy to see me. This raises the question of, like... One, like, like, if this is, like, we've established Sydney's ghost, like some kind of entity that Sam has noticed when he dissociated out of Chase in that one cupboard. He went out in the street and there was a dripping boy.
Yeah.
But it was still Sydney, the kid that got drowned, I think. And this is an adult Sydney, which shouldn't exist. And I don't think we're introducing the idea that ghosts grow up or something. So is this a timeline where Sydney's alive? Because we're jumping between routes. Is this a route that isn't in this game? Where Sydney didn't die in the first place? And he just grew up to be a fucking gay bar frequenting leather daddy otter guy with a skull shirt?
Or maybe like, you know, Flinton's on some sort of fucking vision quest where...
A tucked-in skull shirt so that he can expose his bulge strategically.
Very strategic.
He tucked in the shirt into his cargo pants.
And he's wearing those little, like, sweatbands.
It's very funny.
Dude, he's very, like... he's very Hot Topic over here.
Yeah.
I think he's cute. I like him. Damn it.
Damn it.
God, fuck me. Such a loser.
He seems happy to see me. And it's also unfamiliar. I mean, or it's also familiar. I literally said it backwards. But no, I get it though, because on some level, I like it when people make choices ever.
Like to have a style?
Yeah, like even if it's like no matter what it is, like if you're just doing something fun, I'm already more on board, because 90% of adult men wear, and this keeps coming up in conversation lately, like they wear like a graphic tee, a button-up shirt, or a polo shirt with like regular jeans, and those are the only options. And this come up because I tried going to the mall to like find anything more interesting to wear to stuff, and I'm like, it's genuinely hard to break from this fucking bubble, because it's also all they sell you. Like the entire store, you go to the women's floor and there's like a billion types of entire categories of clothing, and you go to the men's floor and there's 3 categories of shirts total and 2 types of pants, and that's it. You're like, wow, okay, I guess it's easier to find my size when they have 500 of the same thing, but
that's why,
Jesus
like,
Christ.
That's why I have a hard time, because I looked in my closet recently and I was like, this looks like a clown's closet because of how many colors and patterns, and like and then like when I go places I'm like, well, I need to buy this because I'll look good in it, because I look good in everything. Yay. And I am brave and I do make decisions. I get really mad at girls that don't, because I'm just like, you have all these options, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? It's just a shame, because I work most days. It's like I can't do anything fun, but it's like on days where I can, like I love getting all like crazy. You see my cool outfits. Like, I'm sick.
Absolutely.
I'm sick as hell, bro.
Like, I hate that it's simultaneously really hard to find anything fun or even slightly out of the mold for men to wear, and then you also have to like kind of like whip up a bit of courage to even wear something outside of the mold, because of how whenever you're in public, everyone's wearing the same 3 things, and that's it. That's all of men. That's just the entire concept. So like, stepping out at all is like this weird making a statement, or even threatening to be like, ooh, a gender communist. Like, you're stepping out of line. What's up with this guy? And you're gonna get like too much attention in the way you don't necessarily want, and it's just a weird thing to think about. So you're kind of like socially pressured to also just not wear anything slightly weird ever, because then you're the weird one, and that sucks too. We need to all collectively be more cringe. Well, if
everyone's more outlandish together, then you won't feel like a fucking weirdo when you decide to actually express yourself one of these days, you know?
Like, I always, whenever someone's a little try hard, that's always better to me than the default. So if you're gonna wear the funny cap and sweatbands, I'm like, all right, go for it, Sydney. Do whatever the fuck you're doing here. Well,
he's kind of like nice and muscular in like a way that's not too over the top. Like, he's got nice shoulders, you know, and he's got his little smiles. He's got like a little cheeky smile. I think he's cute.
This has been established at this point over the last decade. This has been a growing trend. People have really realized that if you take a furry character and you just put a cap like tightly over their face, they instantly like double in attractiveness. There's like this mystique. I did that with my character Jet, where he has the cap that you can't see his eyes past, and so on. And I realized that way back, Silver Fenrir / Rowdy Beast's main character that I saw half my life ago, probably when I was like probably still in like high school, had that look all the way back then. Like they had it cracked, and now it's like a trend. Now all these years later. And it's all so familiar. Wait a second. I blink. Jesus fuck. Sid? He lets out an amused noise. Something. What is he? Nodding.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Wait. Don't even don't even try to tell me that you're here by coincidence.
He's an adult? Fucking 6 feet tall, I'd reckon. He's in shape, too, rocking a full-on muscle shirt.
I do have to ask, though, like, why does the skull need an eye patch? Because he doesn't have eyeballs.
It's the skull, because it's cool.
Because it's cool!
It's also, like, a high-quality shirt.
It looks soft.
It looks soft, but also this is a minor detail that I'm thinking about too much because I have merch, but that skull is well beyond the print range that you can almost ever get. So it's like an actual like quality made thing. It's not just on the shitty. It's not in the shitty rectangle you're allowed to print stuff on, on the front of a shirt, and that's the one spot. I look around as if expecting to see Chase around a corner with a video camera and a shit-eating grin. It kind of looks like one of those super. It's definitely soft because it looks like one of those really thin, stretchy shirts.
Yeah.
That you can probably see him through a little bit.
Yeah, you should let me touch it.
Like that
wow,
one,
your shirt looks so soft. Can I touch it?
It's like that one black. Do I still have that black shirt somewhere? Or did I tear it apart one day because it was so easy to destroy? I had something like that. That was like the super thin. There's still no one around but us, though. I'm sure there's a reason I'm here. He seems to perk up some, doing a one-handed finger gun gesture my way while the other nurses an ice pack against his head.
Knew it. I mean, I'm glad, yeah. Did you get my Christmas package? I wasn't sure you'd like it. Saw them in the Macy Mays thrift down in Elwyn.
Okay, so yeah, this is a timeline where Sydney's alive. Sydney does not... Sydney is not here to the same supernatural understanding of that Flynn is, where Flynn knows something's up and he's just somehow here, and it doesn't make sense. Sydney's like, hey, you get my Christmas present?
You get that thing I sent you?
Because I've been alive this whole time and this is normal.
Yeah.
I just also frequent this gay bar. So Sydney's gay.
Well, obviously,
we know
look at
that
his
now.
fucking hat. I'm sorry.
Leather daddies and theater kids.
Fucking
the way that was described.
Dad who likes leather. Haunted Hacienda. Deadly Love Rivals 2. Final Obsession. The Choir Boy. And Horse Sleuth. Shitty B movies I got from the bargain bin. You know the sort. Not a lot of plot to get in the way of the film. Wink. Plus I bundled them with a bunch of Crossfire shooting mags. Oh yeah, I also threw some jerky I got from a trade show after my match in Desert Springs. The jerky, it's super good. Hatch green chili flavored. You know, that's where they grow that shit in mass, right? World capital.
After his match,
dude, he's a
wrestler.
Bro. He's a fucking wrestler. He got beef jerky.
He grew up to be the wrestler he wanted to be.
He's such a bruh. He's such a bruh.
I can't help but stare. Absolutely flabbergasted. This is what he looked like. What he looked like. When I don't immediately respond, his smile dissipates some.
Maybe you didn't get it. Fucking delivery guys, right? Probably some weasel or something with a good smeller.
Oh, because he smelled the jerky?
Uh-oh.
He honks his own black nose.
Pining for my jerky.
I'm pining for your jerky. Am I fucking dreaming right now? Am I asleep or just tripping? The otter, Sydney. He's looking at me more worriedly.
You want to sit down or something?
I look around at the still empty bar. Facade or not, my legs are killing me. Sure.
Wow, this is a new angle of this place.
Yeah.
What the fuck's up there? Like a desk? Oh, it's a DJ box. That's what it is.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
He motions towards some old wood and velvet bar stools next to the raised table in the corner where we take our seats. After Sydney grabs his drink, of course. That's a different look. They went with the CG.
God, look at his thick neck.
Yeah, no, he's
fucking
huge
John
now.
Cena.
He's fucking huge. The background's full of like exploded heads.
I know. That's what I was trying to look at. Let me see.
Everyone looks like their heads exploded across like 3 different paintings. That's a lot. This is the cheat code to make a super Chad, buff, awesome otter character is you draw them with a little neck and they're chase and they're losers. You draw them with a neck that's like as the side that's the side of like lines up with like the sides of their head basically, and you get these like these like comically macho otter characters, and it matches like the like in a cartoon sense it matches with the flow of the rest of their body, and you just get these huge fucking characters. They look great. It's a great choice.
And then if you think of like an otter is that shape. Like an otter is, they're kind of lanky, so they're tall, but they're like they're just one solid piece. There's not a lot of contours in an otter body. They're just kind of like an oval. They got a tall oval.
And they got the long torso, short legs, and the huge tail. So it all like flows into this big meaty character.
Yeah, the big torso and the short legs is just very like gym bro doing arm day, but not leg day.
And you combine all that with the low hat and everything. That said, these artists did not receive the same notes or drew this at different years.
Yeah, that's not
updates happened or something.
A leather daddy hat anymore.
The hat's different. The shirt's got a different style of skull. The sweatbands are still there. But yeah, there's a lot of differences between these two character designs that we were hit with in only a few minutes. Womp womp.
I don't know where the bartender went.
He's usually in the back, one way or the other. I look toward the smoke room door. Nothing seems to have changed about it.
He?
Yeah, he. A big tiger fella. Only guy who works here as far as I know. He scrunches his brow, thinking for a moment.
Unless he got a sex and species change to become a bleach blonde bunny with a wig, bouncing tits, I don't think so.
With a wig?
Oh, fuck, I fucked that up.
Snuck that one in there.
Oops. I think that's okay. I was thinking sex change. I thought wig. Unless he got a sex and species change to become a bleach blonde bunny with big bouncing tits, I don't think so.
I grunt. The hell's he talking about? He was into dressing up in chick panties, but I don't think we're talking about the same person or the same bar. Sid snirks, looking at me a little wide-eyed.
Thinking of one of your gay bars, right?
Is the smoke room not gay in this timeline?
Is Sydney not gay?
No! The fuck are you talking about? This is the gayest bar in the state. If this were real, there'd be 20 fucking dudes reaming each other right behind that door as we speak, including the bartender.
Dude, imagine this coming out of pocket. Like if you're okay,
There's one tiger but by the end everyone's got stripes.
Oh my god. It's funny to me to think like if this was real life and your friend's being weird and he just says like you just go to a normal bar you go to all the time. It's like, no, this is the gayest bar. There's like 20 dudes back there fucking each other all the time. One's a tiger, and like, I'm just like, dude, you need to. You're having a rough time, aren't you?
Slow down today. I point to the familiar "no smoking" labeled door. My tone more firm now.
Including you.
His comment has a derisive, teasing tone. After a second, he blinks, looking back over his shoulder to see what I'm pointing at.
You've been porking guys who go to clown school? That's a goddamn tiny janitor's closet. Says so on the door.
I squint at the door. For a brief, fleeting moment, I can almost quite make out the tiny mop and bucket symbol posted in the center. But it's simply not there.
I honestly don't know why I came here tonight. I guess I just had a good feeling about it in my gut.
I'll put a feeling in your guts.
By that I mean I saw the picture outside for their Chipotle-dusted beer nuts and my stomach got a boner.
my stomach's got a boner for nuts.
But I'm not gay. But I keep saying inadvertently very gay things. And I guess it also worked out since I got to see you.
Just walk around and just record yourself for a day. Just and listen back to it.
Yeah.
I think you'll be surprised.
God, I love that bit. I love
Nothing wrong with that.
fucking
Fucking character.
I'm talking about Arrested Development. David Cross's character, who comes off as gay. Everything that he says comes off as very gay.
Tobias Funke.
But he's got like a hella hot wife, and he's very much not gay. But it's just very funny because everything he says comes off extremely gay.
Yeah. He thrusts his arm toward me, trying to put on a cheeky, sarcastic grin, like he's trying to play off the statement, and he realizes how sappy it sounds.
He is a bro, but not in a good way.
There, to my knowledge, has never been advertisements for spiced beer nuts posted outside the bar here. Jesus. I slowly lean back into my chair, letting out a long exhale. Real good to see you too. More than you probably know. He opens his muzzle to speak again, but I cut him off. Sid, where do you think we are? No. Never ask that question in any context.
You're gonna ruin the space-time continuum.
Yeah, I've been traumatized by that sentence ever since Scrubs.
Oh, fuck, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Where do you think we are? Like, just fucking upsetting Brendan Fraser episode? No. I always think about that, like, it's the funny shows that fucked me up the most when I was younger. I'm just like, no, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like this in Futurama.
Dude, I was right about to bring that up.
Yeah, those have the most fucked up, sad episodes. You're like, because this is the funny show with the funny people, and now the funny people are sad. I don't want to see JD dressed for a funeral. That's fucked up. You can't just do that to me.
Fucking, I don't want to see Seymour sing I'm Walking on Sunshine all by himself.
No.
Bark, 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 bark.
He takes a swig from his beer, peering at me for a long moment before examining his surroundings.
It's, you know...
It's Hooters. We're at Hooters. He snaps his fingers a few times.
The beer nut place.
It's called Beer Nuts.
Yeah.
He frowns, shifting his ice pack back to his noggin.
Fuck, I'm not that sauced. I just hit my head real hard on the counter when I was bending over to pick up my phone.
Not even at his match.
That's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be his match.
He just hit his head at random. It's just what he's just done to himself. Just this giant John Cena character just is a mess, has no idea where he is. So like every John Cena character. We're just talking to Peacemaker right now.
Shit. Did we have plans to meet here? I genuinely don't fucking know.
I sure as fuck didn't. I trail off for a moment, swallowing away the tight feeling in the back of my throat. I feel my phone from my pocket. I pull my phone from my pocket, turning it over in my hands. Still dead. I wasn't expecting to ever see you again. His blue eyes widen, the otter giving me that same doe-eyed look he'd give me after he'd been hanging out, and I'd say I have to go. He never wanted to go home.
This is like... So obviously Sydney's taking this well, but granted, like, if I was out with somebody and they started doing all this weird shit to me, I'd probably have like I'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean you never thought you'd see me again?
Yeah, no, that's a line to drop on someone.
Yeah.
I thought we were done forever.
What?
It's very much like a Daxton moment to say that out loud. Like, good things, I hope. No. Dax, why'd you say that? Why did you say that, Daxton? Yeah, everyone's saying horrible things about you, Leo.
Thanks, Daxton. Look, I know after I bailed on the interview you set me up with, you were pretty pissed. Rightfully so, too. Fully justified, I get that. I know, I fucked up.
What?
I'm trying to get clean, I swear to shit. It's just so fucking hard, you know?
You're on drugs?
Dude, look at his fucking neck. He's on steroids at least. I'm just saying.
I don't think he means steroids, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like...
I don't know. Sometimes otters are just built different.
This guy would not pass a piss test, okay? He's not going to pass the piss test.
He's got the Bara gene. Which totally exists.
No, I mean, not right now. I'm sober as fuck.
I look to the ale in his paw. Sans the booze?
Ugh. Look, all the other guys I wrestle with at the road shows, though, they're all on the shit. Everyone's trying to bulk up and stuff, so they actually get a pop when the crowd sees them.
A pop?
Like, I think they pop, like, so their bodies pop.
It sounds like the phrasing made it sound like they're popping something. I don't mean drugs, I mean like a boner.
Oh.
His tone's completely defensive, the otter looking me straight in the eyes, searching for any sign of doubt.
There's this one guy, Cody Altaro, or, well, he goes by the name Rico Renaissance now. He's been getting booked as my rival, and the bastard's up 25 pounds in 2 months. Yeah, so he's talking about growth hormones and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, Sydney, you're gonna get tiny balls, okay? You get tiny balls, and then you're gonna...
It's just a scale. It's just a scale.
You're gonna lose all your hair. You're gonna get the Joe Rogan chin.
I did a double take for a second there because I thought he said his name was Arturo, which is a character from Arches. So I was like, hang on a minute.
20 fucking 5 pounds. No way in fuck is he doing that with chicken breasts and protein shakes.
Wait. You telling me you wrestle for a living? Flynn's fast on the uptake. I'm fine.
Nice.
That would explain the muscle shirt and those tacky-ass wristbands. Like, that's your actual goddamn job? Sydney leans back some, still peering at me with the same searching look.
Yeah, you used to go to my shows all the time.
I wonder how much... He must not live near here, then. Because how do you put a show together here for a paying audience without there being a people to the first place?
Yeah, he must commute a lot. SFF. Sunday Fun Day fights. It's mainly fucking juggalos and shit now, and we get paid in pennies and grass, but, you know, it's a start. I'm tough.
He sniffs.
Yay, juggalos.
Eyes drifting down to his arms on the sticky table surface. He doesn't seem grossed out by it. Ryan told me they never clean up the front anymore. Said not to touch the underside of the table since they're packed solid with two things, gum and cum.
Gross. Gross.
I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy with this.
Clean the tables, people who own this bar.
I notice patchy areas in his fur near his inner elbows. It takes a moment to register.
Yeah.
He's got fucking injection marks.
Dude, you inject on your butt cheeks.
He seems to see me staring and pulls his arms back. I gawk at him for a moment, Sydney bracing himself for whatever I'm about to say. It gives me a sinking feeling in my gut, but it makes sense. With the shit Sid dealt with growing up, every sign was pointing towards him getting some extra chemical addiction down the road. It ain't just roids, is it?
Never is. Yeah, well, you know me. I take some shit for, you know, the mental stuff.
Mental stuff? I'm assuming it ain't prescription.
You assume correctly.
I'm trying to parse whether or not his dad's killed himself in front of him in this timeline. Because mental stuff does not specify much, because he also was just being treated like shit growing up anyway.
Yeah, whether his dad was alive or dead, both situations would have led to anguish.
He speaks slowly, twiddling his thumbs in his lap, his eyes dancing for the bottle in front of him, to me, and back again. I'm not sure what to say. We just sort of sit there in awkward silence.
I know you never really understood all the fucky stuff going on in my head. I just want to thank you for sticking around as long as you did. Can't say the same for anyone else. I'm not really an easy person to have the back of, especially when I'm the one person 1 minute and another the next.
I remember the shit Chase was talking about earlier, about the incident with the ice cream place in Pueblo. The way he just clicked and changed. He continues speaking, the otter shifting his thick tail listlessly behind him.
And tell your roommate Dax thanks as well. I know y'all both really helped to get me a stable job at that print shop. But fuck, it would have never worked out. A schizo like me can't hold a position like that.
They also try to get him the print shop job.
I wonder if Carl's like on the back burner now because Sydney's alive in this universe.
Oh, poor. It's like Carl is Micah, the character that gets like kind of discarded because the main character's more interested in somebody else. Yeah. So. So Sam's in him. That seems to be the meaning of what's going on there, is that he has Sam, but he doesn't understand Sam, so he just switches between two behavior patterns, and people have observed that at this point.
Well, that's also why he's calling himself a schizo.
Yeah,
because he's
aware that happened in the ring.
Well, maybe it makes him powerful.
Maybe it makes him hurt someone.
Yeah,
and then he's out. Instead of Carl, Sydney was the one I would have been helping. I realize he's still out there, caught up in all this hysteria without me while I'm stuck in this place. Sid, this isn't real. The otter gives me another strange look. He clearly was expecting me to be acting much differently than I am now. Like, he's been preparing to speak with me for some time now, and I've completely derailed his plans to get a lot of the shit he wanted to say off his chest. And there's so much chest. You're not real. I'm just fucking dreaming right now.
I thought you couldn't dream. You used to get annoyed as hell with me when I'd go off of the shit I dream about.
Yeah, well, I am now.
How would you even know what a dream was if you had one? After all, you look more like you just woke up.
I shake my head, watching the blurry brown and black form in front of me shift from side to side. I keep expecting him to just not be there when my vision refocuses. Look, let me just lay this shit out plain like. You can't be here. You're dead. You drowned over a decade ago in Lake Emma, I think. I think Chase did it. At least I think he did. Sydney looks uncomfortable, as if the slight semblance that this is all just some elaborate fun ruse I'm pulling on him is looking increasingly unlikely.
Okay, well, that didn't happen, no nuts. And Chase, that twink couldn't hurt a fly.
He knows twink. But he's straight, okay. He sighs.
People know the word twink. Everyone knows the word twink.
Rotating his half-empty bottle of pale on the table and smearing the ring of condensation that forms beneath it. We're gonna ask Mom at Christmas. Do you know twink?
I was right about to say I'm gonna ask my dad. That's funny that we both did the same thing.
Yeah, let's ask our parents. Do you know what a twink is?
So, I'm looking forward to seeing your mom's reaction to that question. I'm right fucking here, and I just want to talk to you.
His tone turns terse. Hurt, even. No, shitbird. You died. TJ saw 2 bodies with brown fur writhing in the water before you drowned. They all thought you died on your own somehow, like you passed out or some shit, but I knew better. I see a flicker of realization in Sydney's eyes, and again he shifts uncomfortably.
I think I remember what you're talking about. But I'm not dead. I'm here, motherfucker. Feel me.
Right here.
Touch me right here.
See? Like make him dance. He reaches across the table and takes my wrist, squeezing hard. It's like he's trying to give me an Indian bird, like he used to. I yank back my hand. Fuck off. He stares wide-eyed at me, his maw slightly agape. A moment passes before he speaks again.
Why are you acting like this? Like you can't fucking just enjoy goddamn company? Plus you're so damn intense. You're not even high right now.
This isn't fucking fair.
I'm your goddamn best friend. Hell, you're like my gay, scaly brother.
It can't fuck with me like this. This is too real. I quickly shake my head, closing my eyes.
You're dealing with me right now, not the thing inside my head. And that's fucking becoming a rarer and rarer thing these days. So I'm just really trying to enjoy what time I've got. Just talk to me. I don't want to think.
He trails off, staring down at his lap. Think about what? That's upsetting, the idea that Samuel's getting stronger over time. Just taking over more and more of who he is. There it is. The change. Oh, that's why I made a click noise.
Mm-hmm.
The music seems to sound further and further away until it dissipates entirely.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Flynn.
What the fuck are you talking about? The sick heat left forgotten in conversation begins crawling up my back. Grabbing onto the table to help maintain my own posture, it's clear that something has shifted. The little bit of light in Sydney's eyes just gone.
2 bodies.
What?
2 bodies, right? I remember now. Man, that shit fucking sucked, didn't it?
Shifting uncomfortably, the topic is reversed onto what he had previously denied. 2 bodies, Sid. You're fucking dead. I saw you. I looked you in the face and I saw nothing. I gripped the edge of the seat, my gut feeling like it's twisting in on itself. Does that mean this scene currently contains 2 Sams? That's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm standing in front of a roaring fireplace, the smell of smoke and fresh ash licking my nostrils, while the heat tickles my scales. Sydney's gone forever, and all that's left is this. Who are you? It feels different to me. The thing that isn't Sydney looks around. This is not the smoke room. It looks like it, but not to me. The otter continues to stare off to the side before seeming to realize I asked a question. Sam, I am.
That was a choice.
That's really goofy.
I wonder if maybe they didn't know that book
About Sam I Am?
The Green Eggs and Ham. Maybe that wasn't popular over there. Maybe that's like America only.
Over there? Where do you think over there is?
Wait, where is he from again?
I think he's in like Arizona or something.
Oh.
He's like...
But what about the tit dirt? I thought he was from... in Cricket.
I don't know where Howley is, but McSkinny's in the Southwest.
Then why did he
like
pull
local.
out...
Like the most likely convention that McSkinny would go to is Las Vegas FurCon.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah. He might be going next year, I don't remember.
I was getting confused.
But I don't think either of them are like English.
I don't know. Fucking Cricket? Tit
Cricket
dirt?
is a surprise. I don't know if tit dirt's English.
Fucking Sam I Am.
Maybe poor McSkinny was just like, what do they have in straight bars? They play like cricket or something?
Well, you're kind of fucked either way, because you could say Sam I Am just sounds like Green Eggs and Ham, and then if you say I Am Sam, it's like that movie.
I Am Sam?
Yeah.
I don't know I Am Sam.
Oh yeah, I Am Sam is a movie about I think, is it Sean Penn? No, wait.
I guess it's just faster just to say Samuel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
And Dakota Fanning.
Because like I've known about Samuel this whole time, even though I don't know anything about the smoke room besides the list of characters and their faces and names. But have we ever encountered the name Sam before?
Have we ever encountered the name Sam?
Yeah.
Like, you mean in terms of like...
In the game itself, is this the first time we ever hear the name Sam?
Yes.
I can't remember it coming up before. Like even...
Well, in terms of what the characters know.
Yeah. I just mean like the word, even just the name popping up in the game itself. Like I don't know if it's popped up. Maybe in Chase's notes when he was looking at the photos earlier. I think the albino cougar is just described as that without a name. And we have when we're escaping in Leo's route, we hear his internal monologue where he names every other character, but he's still not called Sam. So I think this is our first real confirmation. It's just context clues. It's really hard to escape the knowing that this is Sam. Just in the real world context clues. While he speaks, he points towards you, across the table with both hands. There's something metal in his grasp, long, with a barbed end. I can't make out what it is exactly. I swallow. I try to speak evenly. Who's Sam? A facsimile of a person that was. I'm dabbing myself with ink so I never dry, but it smudges. Hey, Sam. There he is. Next to someone.
Not anymore.
That was trippy.
Oh, look at the background.
Okay. He now looks like the posters in the background did.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Well, that's upsetting.
That's upsetting spaghetti.